My name is Martine Randolph, and I'm a first-year medical student here at BUSM, so part of the class of 2020. I come from a bicultural household, so my father is American and my mother is Congolese. When I was younger, my family lived in West Africa, in Senegal and Ivory Coast. And I mostly remember West Africa as a place that was incredibly vibrant, incredibly hot and humid. And I remember when we moved to East Africa, when I was 8, it being a shock for my entire family because it's colder. So I think a lot has to do with the weather, but also you don't have, boubous, like the long traditional dress with lots of colors. In Kenya, most people wear more jeans and, same Western workwear. And then I moved to the US when I was 18 to DC. I learned a lot about being career-oriented and about being politically engaged. And then moving to Indonesia, I think, was most powerful. Probably the most powerful experience I've ever had to date. So I was working with the Peace Corps when I moved to Indonesia, and I think I really wanted to do the Peace Corps for a very long time because I wanted to know how to open myself up to other ways of thinking. My identity has changed a lot since coming to the US, and then since living in the US for several years. So I definitely think I grew up mixed race, and a lot has changed, I think, since then through just lived experience. So I still think culturally I have that American and Tutsi mix, but I think that I've come to really think about my identities as a woman and as a Black woman. I moved to Indonesia, and as I was teaching, and mostly as I was just being a neighbor and living in the community where I was living, I realized I needed to take more time with getting to know people. And I found that I was a lot more interested in listening than anything else. And I was a lot more interested in just finding out more about people. So, and as a teacher, I was also really interested in making sure when my students came to class, they were under the optimal conditions to do their best. So that naturally led me toward health. So I decided to go into medicine just because I was really compelled by the idea of having a clinical encounter and being able to listen to people on a one-on-one basis. I was really attracted by the patient population. I came for a campus interview and I was in awe. So I really admire the fact that this is an institution that says we are going to do everything not because we want to look good or we want to serve the underserved for any reason, but for the fact that we care about these individuals. And we're not going to sacrifice anything. We're not going to cut corners in any way to provide the best care possible.